Hello, and thank you for joining us to talk about making Windows 10 work for you. My name is Katie Kramer, and I am the Training and Project Specialist here at Tomorrow's Technology Today. I have 15 years of experience in the IT industry and only 3 months at Tomorrow's Technology Today. If you have any training requests, please email me at kkramer@ttech.com or give us a call at the office at 419-678-4600. On the call with me today is Leah Kesters. Leah is our Business Development Specialist, and she's on her second year with Tomorrow's Technology Today. So, a little history about Windows 10. It has been around since 2015. Microsoft doesn't have any plans on rolling out a new operating system after this. Instead, they plan to keep updating and building upon the Windows 10 platform, which is very exciting for a lot of us to not have to go through this whole exercise of buying new hardware or figuring out how to get our software up to the next version. I know in this call we have a mix of users, so between people who are currently using Windows 7 or recently moved to Windows 10, and we also have people who are more on the technical side and then others who are more on the business side. So I will try to talk in general terms and feel free to ask questions along the way. So to get ready for Windows 10, I highly suggest buying an external hard drive if you don't already have one or use OneDrive. Windows 7 has a wonderful backup assistant built into the operating system that you can use. Otherwise, you can drag and drop your files into the external hard drive or OneDrive. And the Windows 7 backup assistant will work with restoring into Windows 10, so that saves you from a lot of terrible headaches. You will also want to verify your devices and software. So what this means is that if your computer was purchased before, let's say, 2014, I highly suggest that you look for some new hardware. We sell Dell computers at our office, and you would just need to contact Bonnie Hillman to get pricing and get that scheduled, or you can buy from whichever manufacturer you prefer. Windows 10 will work on any manufacturer's computer. Some software can be a bit trickier. We all have that habit of upgrading only what we absolutely have to, but for the most part, any software that worked in Windows 7 also works in Windows 10. But if it doesn't, please feel free to open a ticket with our support team and they will be happy to help you troubleshoot. So new to Windows 10 is this whole plethora of sign-in options. So to get to it, go to your screen down at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and type sign in. Once you open that up, you'll see the screen. I currently use the Windows Hello Face option. All I have to do in the morning is press my spacebar and look at the camera on my Surface. And then from there, Microsoft does a super quick scan of my face and saves my image as a hashtag. And I point that out so you know Microsoft isn't doing anything with your image. It's secure. And I can tell you this feature is very impressive as I tend, to wear different hairstyles or that kind of thing, and it still knows who I am. The fingerprint, so this option is unavailable to me as I don't have a fingerprint reader on my current computer. However, if you do this, this option will walk you through scanning your fingerprint a couple times for setup. Then all you have to do is scan your fingerprint and you're signed into your computer. Windows Hello PIN, so this is an option comparable to the traditional password approach. Simply come up with a PIN number and enter it. Just make sure it's not the same PIN as your bank account or anything else tied to your personal financials. The security key option, so you would need to buy a computer that actually comes with a key, and this works in a similar way to unlocking the front door of your house. Password, I know we're all used to the traditional naming schema, but I do encourage everyone to use a passphrase with high security, meaning that it is 10 to 12 characters, upper lowercase letters, and also a couple numbers thrown in. Picture password, so this is something new for Windows 10. You choose a password, or I'm sorry, you choose a picture and the gestures to go with it to create a password unique to you. So this requires a touchscreen device as you need to draw directly on the touchscreen to create a combination of circles, straight lines, and taps. The size, position, and direction of your gestures becomes part of your picture password. So just to go over a couple more security tips. So a few basic tips to keep your account secure when creating passwords. I think it's most important to use a passphrase and don't make it the same as your social media passwords, the same as your bank account, and to give you a good reason to stay away from anything, to try and keep social media separate from your financial business and your work account is Facebook is currently at about 60,000 accounts hacked every single day. So you don't want the bad guys to easily be able to get to your bank accounts or your work information by guessing a simple password. And another note is don't use the same password and then count up. So, for example, don't use winter 22 and then next month use winter 23. Always use upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. And if you have any questions about keeping your information protected and secure, please just give us a call and we can discuss our recommendations. So for devices, Windows 10 supports plug and play. Most devices that work with Windows 7 should also work with Windows 10. Go to the manufacturer's website to install the latest driver if it isn't working. Bluetooth devices, you'll still need to set it in pairing mode and have Bluetooth enabled on your computer, and then you're able to pair the device with it. So the start menu really took on a new look in Windows 10. So to get to it, you can either press the Windows key on your keyboard or use the start menu, or use the start button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And you can customize the start menu by pinning or unpinning the applications, and you can rename the session, you can rename the sections like how they have web browsers, media players, etc. And you can also change the size of your icons. So the built-in search functionality is a wonderful tool. If you go to the bottom left corner of your screen, you'll see the little magnifying glass. Click on that and you're now able to you're now able to search by everything you see listed at the top. So all apps, documents, settings, web, and if you drop down the more tab, you'll see the folders for your profile. So I think this is super handy. I tried to search for a Passportal document the other day, and within seconds I had what I needed, and then I also had like the link to get to Passportal's website right there at my fingertips. So organizing files and folders in Windows 8, they changed the name to File Explorer. So now we have quick access pinned on the left. Across the top is the ribbon, which is also what you see if you're using Office 2016 or newer. And then in the middle, we have our profile folders and recent files. On the right side of my screen, you'll see the definition of terms. So if you want to know that information, and you can speak the lingo. For task view, I know a lot of people who like to use Alt and the tab button to change between their screens. So now if you use the little ladder icon at the bottom of your screen, you'll see what they call the task view. Microsoft expanded on it, and instead of just displaying everything that you have running, you can see your timeline and easily access other things that you've worked on recently. If you look right under the open windows, you'll see the option to see more days in timeline, and that is just letting you know that you can do up to 30 days, and they give you an explanation of Microsoft's privacy policy, so you can decide if that's something that you would like to do. The Action Center is a hub of your settings, so this is located at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen with that little message icon, and I currently have 2 notifications. This is where you go for connecting to a wireless display, adding a Bluetooth device, set quiet hours so you aren't interrupted with notifications all day long, change the brightness of your screen, and those types of things. So apps. So back in Windows 7, they used to call apps programs, and now they've kind of settled on using apps as a terminology since that's what we're going to use to install on our tablets and other mobile devices. So just to go through a few of those, Microsoft Edge is the preferred internet browser, replacing Internet Explorer, and it's real easy to import your favorites and bookmarks. Just go into the settings and you're able to import from Chrome or Internet Explorer. Microsoft Groove Music is brand new for Windows 10. Just add your MP3s to OneDrive and you can use the Groove Music app to play your songs or on other devices too. So like PCs, Windows Phone, and Xbox, and that's all for free. And then some of these other apps, I think they are just like they sound. There's a voice recorder, weather, calendar, video editor, alarms and clock. For Windows Defender, but don't just count on this for your security, as Microsoft is, of course, highly targeted. Give us a call and we can recommend other antivirus solutions that you should use. And one other thing that's new is the remote desktop, which allows you to connect to another person's computer they can share their screen. And this really comes in handy if you have a friend that needs a little help with their technology. Cortana is kind of like a personal assistant, and it's basically Microsoft's equivalent to Siri and Alexa. So you can ask Cortana to set reminders for you, ask Cortana to tell you a joke, check the weather, those kinds of things. In this example, when I was setting it up, it just had me look for movies at a local movie theater, and then it gave me the options of what was playing. So installing updates, I think by now everyone is used to getting Windows updates for their drivers, security, fixing bugs, and those types of things. For T clients, we use a third party to manage the patch updates. We have an approval process that all patch management goes through. Some updates are automatic and others need to be approved. For anyone who is not a T client, Windows can manage those updates. Go down to your search box in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and type in Windows Updates, and then you're able to control when the updates are installed, and if you want to do some research before they're installed, you can do that too. Lee and I appreciate everyone taking some time to watch our webinar on making Windows 10 work for you. If you have any Windows 10 related questions or want to share some lessons learned, please send them over to me at kkramer@ttechtea.com. And thank you so much for joining us today. Just to let you know, on January 29th, we will have a webinar on the T Learning Center. This starts at 1 o'clock and will be recorded and available on Tomorrow's Technology Today's website. If you ever have any topics that you would like us to do a webinar about, please email them to me at kkramer@ttechtea.com. And thank you so much and have a great day.